It is often quite impossible to trace the manner in which, or the method by which dreams arise. They are mysterious, they are strange, they are supernatural. Science tells us that dreams are uniformly the resuscitation or re-embodiment of thoughts which have formerly, in some shape or other, occupied the mind. They are old ideas revived. This and such as this may be quite true. At the same time, it is impossible not to remember how frequently the sacred and divine writings record examples of dreams by which the will of a god was directly made known of old to some favored servant. A dream is recorded in the following paragraph, now to be quoted, that appeared in the Times of London of Tuesday, April 25, 1865. The legal proceedings which lately took place in the Sheriff Court of Clackmannanshire with regard to the violation of a grave in the churchyard at Alloa and the unwarrantable exhumation of the body of James Quin had their origin, it is stated, in a remarkable dream of the mother of the deceased. Young Quin died in September 1863 and was buried in a lair in the churchyard, which was purchased by his father from William Donaldson, the kirk treasurer, it being agreed that the price was to be paid by instalments. Some considerable time after this, the mother of Quin, being desirous of erecting a headstone on the grave of her son, made some inquiries with that view, in the course of which she heard something of another person having been buried in his grave, this having, as she stated, been cast up by Blair's nephew to a younger son of hers on their way from Sunday school. But the gravedigger denied the truth of this story and managed to pacify her. Feeling, however, that he had got into a scrape by the lair having been resold, he, some weeks after Mrs. Quin had interrogated him on the subject, dug up the body of her son during the night of Thursday, the 23rd of March last, and reinterred it in the other ground. Now, on that very Thursday night, as sworn to by Mrs. Quin at the trial, she had this remarkable dream. She dreamed that her boy stood in his nightgown at her bedside and said to her,
"Oh, mother, put me back to my own bed."
She then awoke her husband, and forgetting in her half-dreaming state that her son was dead, said to him,
"Jemmy is out of his bed. Put him back into it."
After which she fell asleep, and again had the same dream. A third time during the same night she dreamed that her son was standing beside her bed, but on this occasion, remembering that he was dead, the figure of the gravedigger was mixed up with that of the boy, and he appeared to be shoving his spade into the body. Awakening in great trepidation, and feeling certain that her boy had been taken out of his grave, she went to the gravedigger and vehemently accused him of having dug up the body, which, after prevarication, he at last admitted. Hence arose the action of damages against Donaldson, the kirk treasurer, and Blair, the gravedigger, which, being restricted to £12, was brought in the small debt court. The sheriff, after a long proof, acquitted Donaldson, and found Blair liable in damages which, the parties not having settled the same, have since been assessed at £5.